Welcome back. Now, the automotive industry is the biggest player in the local manufacturing sector, formerly employing around 500,000 people. Industry giant Nissan has been in the country for the last 6 decades, enough time to gather expertise on the market. 24 of the group's locally produced vehicles are currently en route from its Roslyn plant to Cairo in what the company calls the Daring Africa 2024 journey. I caught up with Maciej Klenkiewicz, MD of Nissan SA at the plant, kicking off our conversation by asking him to delve into some of the key elements the automotive producer is seeing with regards to vehicle production across the continent. Here's that conversation.
First of all, we are very proud to be here already for 60 years. So the whole journey started from Datsun, turning to Nissan heritage right now. It's amazing that we've been producing so many cars in that factory which is behind us. So we are very proud of that. Key objective for us is to produce cars in South Africa by Africans for Africa. So our key goal is to make sure that we can utilize all opportunities we have in the continent and fulfill customer expectations from Morocco up to Egypt, which is exactly a case for this year.
All right. Well, I mean, we're operating under a very difficult environment when it comes to companies dealing with huge costs and also consumers, where you're seeing behavioral shifts and consumers wanting, more affordable. They're kind of price sensitive at the moment. Let's just start off with, the consumer trends that you are seeing. Do you feel like Nissan is, accommodating the kind of behavioral shifts that we are seeing, particularly with the consumer pocket at this point?
You raise exactly two very important elements. One, we have a pressure on the cost, which is also the key reason for it is that Africa is a part of the global industry. So we have a rising cost of the goods, of in fact the supply for the electricity, fuel. But on the other hand, we have a domestic economy which is also struggling. However, market is quite stable. I have to say, last year results were better than expected initially. And when we talk about the pickup market, we are on plus. So in fact, the passenger cars are a little bit down, but on the other hand, pickup trucks are still on the growth side. I believe it is very important in such moment to think about the customers only, what they need, what they are expecting also from the industry, how to sell the cars. So we are addressing that with our offers. We try to, of course, be always competitive, but also look for the customers at the end. So we'll try our best to continue that growth path this year, and specifically being proud producing Navara here, we believe that the growth will come.
Well, just talking about the competitive landscape, I do understand that Nissan Navara is credited with kind of creating that luxury bakkie space in the country, but also now you have a lot of, entrenched competition in the space, but also other brands that actually want to get into that space. So how are you defending your market share in this very tough environment?
That's a very good question, and it's one of my, of course, key goal for the company and the brand. I think most important is again to understand what is a brand meaning. We really believe that the place for Nissan is very strong here. The presence is here, the market share is quite stable. However, we don't give up, we want more. So of course, new competition, I always say it's good for the market. Customers will have a better choice. Customers can choose always between the few brands more. And on that side, Nissan will grow. I'm pretty sure that our offer, our product, and in fact that the fact that we are very close to the customers, trying to focus on their needs, will allow us to grow even market share this year.
Yeah. Well, let's go into production. I first want to look at your production capacity. What does capacity utilization look like at this point?
So today we have a space. Of course, finishing our bestseller and P200, we are going a little bit down with the production. On the other hand, we can focus 100% on our star, which is Navara. So we try our best, and I'm pretty sure that our plans will materialize this year. We will cover that small gap with the enhanced production of Navara. So on the capacity side, we never comment about, let's say, how much we produce because it's changing. On the other hand, we have still a space to produce more.
Yeah.
Hence our actions for the total continent to make sure that we can utilize an opportunity which are existing countries not being covered with Navara sales today.
Of course, the big thing also in the automotive sector is the shift to electrification. Talk to me about that journey and also just your inclusion of e-power, hybrid kind of models. What is that looking like at this point?
I'm very happy you recognize already our fantastic technology e-power. I'm responsible for not only South Africa but also for all independent markets here, and just the proof that Nissan is strongly thinking about electrification is the fact that we introduced already our new technology e-power to Africa. We started last year from Morocco. It was in November that we introduced our Qashqa e-power. Last month we already introduced extra e-power technology, new model in Egypt, and more to come. Of course, South Africa is on the list. We are all working on our programs just to make sure that our customers in South Africa will enjoy also our brand new technology for e-power.
What do you make of the maturity of that kind of EV space from a demand perspective, but also manufacturing?
Well, for us it's very important to keep a close cooperation with the government to make sure that we can not only by ourselves as a brand to bring new products like EV to the market, but also government will support that direction. Electrification, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, in fact, and it's growing very rapidly in the rest of the continents. I strongly believe that government is right now focusing as well on that path. We need support from the government on the not only incentive for the customers, but especially about availability of supply, energy supply, but also infrastructure. So this is our key next steps, how to bring later on EV products. We are a pioneer as a brand of electrification at the world. More than 10 years ago, introducing Leaf, and we will continue. We have strong plans which were introduced yesterday by our CEO as a midterm plan when we'll be bringing really a lot of new EV products. So I hope that South Africa will get them soon as well.
Well, that was Maciej Klenkiewicz, MD of Nissan SA.